Hi everybody! Thank you for coming back to my channel. Today I'm going to be working on an altered playing card. I've been working on several the last couple of days, and I've been following the YouTube channel of Shanouki and learned some of her techniques that I wasn't familiar with. And today I'm going to do one on my own that's a little different. These are samples of ones that I made. It's a little fairy girl. And this is a boy. And today I'm going to make one with a Christmas theme. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use this so I don't get paint and glue everywhere. And first of all, if you're watching this and you're going to stick around, I would appreciate it if you would give this video a like, and I'd love for you to subscribe to my channel. Okay, let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do is cover this with some Mod Podge, and that's so that things are easier, stuff is easier to adhere to the card because it's a glossy surface. And I'm going to put this down, and then I'm going to put a little tissue paper over it. And this is from Tim Holtz. And I'm going to put it just like that. And then this is piano paper. You buy it on the roll. I get it off of eBay. It's from an old player piano. And I'm going to put a little bit of that on it as well. Just stick that down. And then I'm just going to put a little bit over all of it before I trim the excess off. And I'm going to dry the surface. I just started doing these altered cards, and they're really fun. You can put them in pockets in your journals. Doke. And let me trim it off. This is an old vintage card. I don't know where I got it. It was, I think, included as a freebie in something that I ordered. Okay. So now we have that. The next thing I want to do is I'm going to add, I want to make it look a little antique-y. So to do that today, I'm going to just use some inks. If I can find where I put them. I know I took them out. Oh, right in front of me. And I'm just going to do it just like this. And then I'm going to add some water to it. Actually, don't need to add water. I'm just going to squish it around. Okie dokie. And also put my Mod Podge away. I don't need that right away. And I'm going to use some gesso, some white gesso. And this just adds a little more texture to it, from what I understand. As I said, I'm just learning this stuff. So I'm gonna it just adds some little dimension. And I kind of just put it wherever I think it kind of looks old. makes it look old. I think that's kind of cool because it took up some of the color of the ink. If you don't have gesso, you can use some wax, or you can use, just use some white watercolor. It just adds a little dimension. And why it's smeared like that, it took up the color because I forgot to dry it in between. That's okay though, I kind of like the way it looks. And what I'm going to do next, because I still want the card to show through, I don't want to cover it completely, I'm actually going to pick some of the edge up so I can still see the Jack. Just a little bit. The J. Where's the J? It's not on the bottom. Let me glue that back down. And I don't mind that it's crumpled at the edge. I kind of think that looks kind of cool. Let me try this end. There we go. There's the J. Just like that. And let me add a little stain to that. Okay, the next thing I want to do to give it its kind of Christmassy theme, I'm going to cut this out. Thought it was kind of pretty. It looked kind of old. And I'm not fussy. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? Instead of cutting it, even though I already have, I'm going to rip it. Okay, let me go back and tear this up. At least crumple it up. Just use an edge of the scissors just to make it look a little older. There we go. And I'm going to put that right down there, and I'm going to do that with some Mod Podge. And then I add this over that. Actually, I'm going to lift up a little edge of this, because behind it, I'd like to put a little piece of ribbon. Let me see what we've got. Let's fray that a little bit. And I can't have it look that new, so I'm going to add some ink to that. Need a little more. I don't like the way that this looks. Okay, I'm just going to add that, I think. Let me see. Yeah, maybe right down there. So let me add the Mod Podge for it to stick to. And we'll put it right ooh, I hit myself today. I've got very thin skin, so it's always getting bruised up from my dogs and whatever. Old skin. It's frustrating. But it is what it is. Okay. Let me go over this. Okay. Dry that sucker off. And what needs to happen? I don't like the white that I see. Okay. Now, I think some sort of button, like an old button. Let me see what I have. That's it. That's perfect size. I want to sew that on. There we go. That wasn't hard. Okay. Just a few times through. And knot that up in the back. And we're good to go. Let me get it. I must have, I hope it wasn't like this the whole time. Okay, I think that'll do. So we have the button in. Next, I want to put a person on here. And that will look kind of cute, I think. Let me see who else I have. These are from Tim Holtz. I have the little boy with the dog. I always like that one. No, I think this is kind of sweet. I don't really want to block the Merry Christmas part. Let me see what else. Here's one that's sitting. I kind of like that, except she's awfully small. Okay. Okay, I could go there. And let me see what I have to put behind her for a little texture. Let's see. Let's see what I have in here. Kind of like the red. Gives it that pop of color. Maybe we'll do the special delivery. And then I can use this behind it. Okay, that'll work. So, let me glue this to this. Oh. Glue that to that. I stuck my paint brush rather than my glue brush. Wet wipes are my friend. Then we'll stick this down. Just like that. And then we'll glue our little girl. Whoops. Oh well. Okay, let's dry this off. Now, it almost needs something under her to make her pop a little bit. But let me see, I'm going to add some black around the edges. And I'm going to do that with a black watercolor pencil. These are kind of cool. I just got these from Amazon. It was around $8 for 48, and these are like watercolors. So you can dip them in water and use them as paints. And I just want a darker edge. You could also use, you know, a Sharpie around this. It's just, with a Sharpie, it's a little too solid. You know, it doesn't look as oldish, messy. I like messy. Let me see if I go around her, if that helps. Yes, it does. Kind of helps her pop. Just a little bit. Ever so slightly. There we go. And she needs a little more glue behind her head. It's having a hard time sticking to the little piece of fabric I have there. Yeah, I think that helped a little bit. Now, what I do, I've kind of finished up with this, is I'm going to put an eyelet in so I can hang it to my ring. Let me dry this first. And take out an eyelet, get my hole punch, okay, let me just get this. And now put the eyelet in. Now this eyelet is too big. Oh, let's fit. Okie doke. Then add it to my ring. And there I have it. Well, thanks for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed this video. And make your own. They're really fun. Just buy an old deck of cards. Have a good day. Thanks. Bye. Oh, and Merry Christmas if I don't have another video by then. And Happy New Year. Bye-bye.